is your Sonicast.
All right, let's get it cracking. Sonicast, you got your girl Sana. What's up?
DC is chilling.
Your player partner G Biz.
And the one and only Einer Bankz is in the building.
Yeah.
Got your ukulele over there. Is that how you say it, or how do you say it? Do you say ukulele?
I say uke. I say
you do
ukulele. I say ukulele. Yeah.
When you're in Hawaii, you say ukulele. Otherwise, they're gonna look at you crazy.
Oh, the Islanders will correct me every time.
Every time.
You call it a uke. Ook.
Yeah, it's ukulele. You probably seen videos of Einer, you know what I'm saying, with all the big rappers, right? Like Chance and Tekashi. You did something with Jhene Aiko recently, I heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. You're laughing at me calling him a big rapper.
No.
A big figure, I guess.
It's always interesting to me, like being in the Bay, hearing the names that pop up, who people have seen me with, and like.
I mean, there's tons. I just named a couple.
It's a bunch. Yeah.
So you play your ukulele, and they spit over them. Basically, is what happens.
Yeah. So that's been what's going on lately. Yeah. So a lot of different artists. But yeah, it all started here.
Yeah.
It all started in the Bay. That's why when I got the call, I was like, wow. Like, I've done a lot of different things elsewhere, New York I'm like, the Bay's finally actually ready to rock. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Did you do a video with Netta?
I did.
Yeah.
We did a couple.
That was the first time that I noticed like you on the web, like doing some stuff, was doing something with her a couple years ago.
Yeah, she goes
crazy.
crazy.
Like, okay, that was kind of dope. But what was I don't know. I don't want to call it like strange. Definitely different.
Right.
Like, what made you go? I could pick up a guitar, but I'm gonna go with the uke.
Basically, I had been playing guitar. I had been doing the whole, like, went to high school. I was in a band. I was in a punk band. I was in a heavy metal band.
Yeah.
We had done that. We won a battle of the bands. I'm like 15. We thought we were taking over the world. We're like, we're going to be famous. We're rock stars. We dropped the demo. No one cared. And we're like, oh, what?
Damn.
This is how it goes. Nobody cares. Because in high school, you have your fan base. You have everyone's there. You leave, you're like, oh, wait, those were just kids who had nothing to do, so they came to the show. So music was a huge part of my life all the way along. But at that point, it kind of stopped. Like, I wasn't really doing it. So I'd always been playing. I played violin early on. I played guitar. I played bass. I had never played the ukulele. So that came up like out of the blue. I was at this house. It was like one of these college houses that had like revolving roommates all the time who would just live there for a month or two, leave all their crap in the garage and then dip. And it was like this little mini guitar in the garage. And this girl who was over, she's like, you got to pick that up. You got to play it. We're having a good time. So I picked it up and I started playing, and I had done a Snoop cover. And I had played it a couple times before, but I hadn't really, it was just like, somebody had left it there. I didn't know what the deal was with it. And I woke up the next morning and Snoop posted me on his page. And I was just like, picked up my phone and looked at it. I'm like, what? I got a glitch or something. Like something happened here. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, why would that even happen out of nowhere? And so this was when Instagram was like in the 15-second era, where videos were just short.
That was all
so
you had.
I was like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna just see who else is gonna throw something up if I do a song of theirs. And it just became like this random little promotional thing. Like, okay, person just dropped the song, I'm gonna get on it and cover it. They throw it on their page, everybody follows. And so that was early on. Like, it was just not even really a serious thing to me, but I'm like, this is just funny how this is working out. I'm gonna keep going with it. And so, that's why it picked up. And, if it was guitar or something else, how many other guitar players are there?
Right.
Out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying there's a bunch doing the hip hop thing, but at the same time, who's doing that?
Right.
Just you.
Which is what got everyone. Well, yeah, I mean, every day it's somebody who's, coming up, posting something.
Oh, for sure.
My fans are like, look at him, he's da-da-da-da. I'm like, whoa, chill. Like, anytime anybody's doing anything string related, I have people alert me the second it's going off. I'm like, hold on, can you be that supportive when I'm dropping an album?
Right.
Or like, where are you? I've never seen this name popping up, but he's doing paragraphs on this grown man's page who's just having a good time. Like, how dare you? You should, okay.
I think people are real brave behind the keyboard, bro.
Yeah, and I think so many people probably were down for you just because you were the first person that they saw doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the ukulele, you got like an island vibe, and you got rappers jumping on it.
Right.
I know the first big one I saw was like when you had Mozzy jump on, and I was like, damn, you had the whole camp coming through. And bro, it was just different. You had Mozzy on there you know, busting like Mozzy do.
Right.
One up top, and then, you know, but you know, keeping it smooth, man. I think it was just something different and original.
Right. Yeah.
Which one of these is burner?
All the way to the left.
This one?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I rhyme and I trap. I just made a new strain. Now the price is right back. High 4 all summer in the winter, mid 3. Cat selling shit for 2. I'd rather push cream. My sneakers so clean and my gold chain swinging. I just blew 2 M's on the crib and ain't seen it. 2 months on the road, new bitches from tour. Push my mixtape back. I was playing with Pure. The dope game got a hold on me. I heard a sucker went and told on me. Man, let him die slow. I'ma have to lie low. I'm probably with the dialogues. Let them pies go. 20.
This is one that I really like, but what's yours favorite?
Oh, you got to play the end of that one.
Oh, you want to hear the end of it?
One? Because that's a real song, and then he changes the words. So at the end, he does a verse just off the rip. He was just freestyling the end bit. But that's one of his like biggest songs, Wax Room, and he's like, watch, I'm going to change the end. Perfect.
What is your favorite one that you've done?
Oh, man. I done so many.
What's one of the favorite? Because you don't want to, you know, you want to show everybody love, but maybe top 3. How about that?
You know, I like the up and comer ones that turn into something. Like there's this young kid. I was in Atlanta, and there was this young kid who goes by the name of Osiris, and he was chilling at the house. I was doing one with this kid Jit, who had a following, who was doing his thing. We were at the big mansion house, and the kid Osiris is just chilling, like waiting his turn type thing. And if I'm out of town, I'm doing it like normally. It's, you know, it's a fee behind doing them, and you know, I'm not necessarily gonna throw it up. I'm not disrespectful if I'm out of town. I'm gonna give everybody their shot, and you know, if I'm in your house, oh nah, I ain't doing, nah, I'm gonna do it, you know, and see where it goes. So I did one with this kid who was just quiet, you know, doing his thing. He started singing. I was like, he had like 20K. He had a pretty good following and was doing his thing, but like it was very clearly regional at that time, you know, in his own area, his own fan base. And I did that one with him, and I think a couple of days went by, and all of a sudden I had labels just start reaching out to me, and they're like, yo, you got to connect me with this kid. You got to, and I was like, what? And I peep his following. I'm like, oh, he's at 100K. Like days later, like following just went all the way up.
Crazy.
And I was like, what is he doing? And I looked, and he hit me. He's like, bruh, got on the phone with me. Bruh, I don't know what's happening. I'm checking my email. I got all these record label executives. I'm like, slow down, tell me the D's. Like, bruh, like, I don't even know. God's real. Like, something's going on right now. I'm like, tell me who's hitting you up. And he said, Epic. And then he names every major in the guy. I was like, yeah, something's going on. What happened? Like, I didn't even really see. He's like, basically, this dude with a big page posted me. It went viral on his. Then I dropped another video. That started going viral. And all of a sudden, this kid's going on. And right now, I think he's got like 800,000. He just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Def Jam. I just went and saw him in L.A. He introduced me to Tyga. Like, he's really, you know, chained up. All
Right.
you know? So I like that. As far as like the videos themselves and the quality of I like those that come with the story, that have something to go on, that have something to grow with, you know. If I could be a integral part of somebody's success on the way up, those are the ones that stick with me.
Yeah.
Like this kid. Let's listen to a clip.
Oh, this was after he already made it.
Yeah. No. You telling me you love me, but I know you don't. You telling me you want me, but I want you more. You wanna kiss it, hug me, I just want your soul. You telling me you need me, but I need you, girl, I got you. But do you got me, baby? I'll ride with you, but would you ride with me, baby?
So this wasn't the original one that y'all did?
Nah, the original one's early, like, you're gonna have to scroll back a little bit. But yeah, the original one was just a song you know, I think it was called
I'm Next Freestyle?
Yeah, you're quick.
I'm looking at it right now.
YouTube?
Yep.
Oh, okay. She's smart. She's not scrolling my whole Instagram looking for him.
Yeah. No. Yeah. She said she love me for the pain, nigga. She wanna fuck me good just for the pain, nigga. Well, fuck you, bitch, I'm on it, ain't no lonely. These niggas always acting crazy, they be funny. Well, now you know me. Tell me what you mean when it's over. I fuck your body good, have your pussy steady soaking. You say you really love me, but you barely even know me. You know I'm on the top, so you know you see me coming, nigga. Tell me what you mean, yeah. I'm on the scene, yeah. 40 with a beam, yeah. I'm getting cheese.
I see you, like, you basically, I mean, really, you're just struggling strumming and
That
like
was so
tapping
simple.
your ukulele?
That was so simple. Like I started playing a bunch of intricate stuff, and he's like, just something basic.
Yeah, keep it simple. Let me
Super
rock.
simple, but you know, he's doing his thing. And a lot of people, you know, I've gone to Atlanta and worked with a lot of like trap style rappers, and it's cool because I can knock and do the it has this little vibe to it. But then a lot of the singers, like their voice is really what brings the presence. So it's interesting when it's just me playing. Like I can do, you know, a little bit of a beat and start knocking on it, or it can be something super basic and just allow them to really shine. But there isn't really that opportunity in a lot of music for you to hear that raw form of the artist, which is why I think it picks up for so many people. Fans want to see that artist really raw and therefore, you know, just doing their thing. So it's yeah.
So how was it when Tekashi decided to do the Alicia Keys cover, brother? Because I mean, his vocals were a little different than Osiris's.
Yeah.
Here it is.
She got my hand on the brow and down.
Top 10
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire.
All right, I'm done with that. Is this your king, New York? Is this your king?
I mean,
Yeah, a little different, a little different.
I was just telling the story of that, like, sometimes things happen and you're like, of all the times that this could have gone on, it's got to be back to back with this. Like, it was wild. Like
what you mean?
So basically, I had been wanting to link with YG for the longest.
Yeah.
And like, so I was going talking to people, you know, how can we line it up, whatever. I was talking to the label and I get a text, yo, this YG, let's link. I was just like, oh, what? I showed somebody. They're like, yeah, that's really him. Okay. He's like, you gonna be in the Bay? I'm like, oh, damn, YG already knew. Like, I'm in the Bay. He knew what was going on. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be in LA. He's like, all right, hit me when you're in LA. So I hit him and I was like, yo, I'm pulling into town. He's like, okay, come to me and Game are having a session with Slim 400, pull up. I'm like, for sure. So I get to the session, they're vibing out, they're working on, you know what they're working on. And the video went up, we did it. We had a crazy video. I only posted a little bit of it. It actually got taken down off my page, which was annoying because it was one of the biggest ones. We blurred out the, well, you know,
A lot of the gang shit.
the situations.
There were things.
Situations. Okay.
Situation. Yeah, I ain't gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
So yeah, I got taken down. Irrelevant. Every page that posted it didn't get taken down, but on mine it got taken down. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Why?
That's whack. I hate when they do that.
I hate when they do that.
It's annoying.
That very next day, there had been all that looking for 6ix9ine, banned from LA, all that going on. That very next day, I was gonna link with another artist. I'm not gonna throw names into the group. I was just gonna link with another artist, and he was asking me like, how many people you with? Like, what are their races? Like all this. I was like,
What?
It's kind of strange. Like, you know, what's the deal here? I was like, bro, like, you want to do this or
Like, what's up?
Yeah, let's go.
Don't be a creep, right?
So I was just like, okay, let's rock. Like, he sent me an address, and we ended up pulling up. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm in slides, shorts. Like, I just had a long day. I'm not even, you know,
Tripping.
I'm just trying to do this video, go get something to eat, and call it a night, you know, whatever. And we pull up, Secret Service. Like, who are you? I'm like, ukulele player. What's happening?
Yeah. He like, I mean,
I'm not about to deal with all this.
Right.
Is this address? Like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, like, you shouldn't be here right now. I'm like, okay, for sure, bet.
say no more.
You ain't gotta tell me twice.
Who are you here to go
out.
see? And I told him the artist's name. Nah, ain't nobody. You got to keep it pushing. I'm like, all right. I called bro. I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing? He's like, bro, you here? Meanwhile, I'm thinking, like, are we at Diddy's house? Like, it's Secret Service. It's like, you know, back to back, black on black whips out front. I'm like, this is crazy. I don't even know. We might be at the wrong spot. We might have typed in the wrong part of LA or something.
Yeah.
So we pulled back up, and the guy's like, oh, nah, you good, follow me. We followed him. We went around, big gate, bunch of security by the gate. They let us in, parked the car. How about, what are you bringing with you? And I had the two homies with me just rocking. I'm like, my boy Jared and Rogue, and, you know, whatever we got. Like, you know, what do you mean?
I got it on me.
We're about to do a video. Like, what are you talking about?
So what you looking for?
Yeah,
Right.
for real. So I didn't really get what was going on. I knocked on the door, and who answers but 6ix9ine? I was like, oh, got it. That all makes sense. Now, that video hadn't dropped, and I'm sitting here like, of all the times, like, you know, whatever. I did the video with the artist I came to do. Bruh, could we get one in? Could we get one in? I wanted to do Alicia Keys, da-da-da-da. So we did a couple. We shot a bunch of them, and I was like, can I throw? He's like, can I throw it up now? I'm like, nah, let's not throw it up now.
Right.
Like,
Let's just wait a second.
Let's wait
You
it
know,
out. Let's wait it out. And he's like, why are we going to wait it out? I was like, let's just say timing's everything. He's like, well, unless you did one with...
Yeah.
And he looks at, I was like... He's like, all right, I'm gonna have, you know, that respect and wait. I'm like, you know, wait till it drops. Let's space it out. I got, you know, obviously I'm from the West Coast. I got a lot more respect for the situation that I've been waiting on than something that just kind of came out of nowhere.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I don't have an issue. Like, I feel like a lot of music is beefs, it's tensions that occur with separate people. And if everybody's gonna do I can't work with him because this and that, I can't work with him because this and that, you ain't really getting anywhere. Like it's so many artists who have beef with each other but work with other people who are, you know, outside the situation like that.
And furthermore, like, you know, like, you're the ukulele player, dog.
Right.
Like, what do you
Not
look
in
like
it.
being in somebody's like full-time ass
And
rap
I had to
beat?
say that early on. Like, I'm not gonna get involved in this because I'm not about to die for whatever's going on over there. You're not gonna see me pulling up shooting in the situation when it goes down. So I'm gonna have respect. There are lines you can't cross. There are certain lines that I just wouldn't go past because I'm closer with certain. But all in all, like, you have to be that individual, just like a cameraman is. Like, it's a lot of cameramen who shoot for whoever,
a bunch of different people, right?
At the end of the day, it's business, and it's, you know, it's building the name and it's building the brand. If I'm doing a video with somebody, I'm not saying, like, I'll rock with this dude every day. This is who I am. I'm part
knocking
of the
out a video. That's
you
it.
know, that's what it is. It's quick like that. So you would notice that one didn't go up on the page, but I woke up the next morning. He had posted it on his page. Academics got it. World Star got it. I'm sitting here like, this other video ain't never going up. I didn't throw any of the videos up. We sat, we waited, and a good 2 weeks later, the YG one went up. So that was good.
Well, with all that being said, when's the Chief Keef one coming out?
Wow. Let's just say there's a lot of videos that I haven't posted yet. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
So you got Chief in the can
I
already.
didn't know. I didn't say anything like that.
That's what it sounded like.
The biggest videos I've done, you do not see on my page, and they may never surface. They may, but.
You're tripping. You better ride this wave.
Hey, bruh.
Trust me, you get to a certain point where you just get comfortable and you realize
Don't
a
ever do
fan
that.
if I jump on this. I'm a little ass boy. I got one with it. I'm gonna throw it. No, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's another artist. Yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be monumental. But guess what? That same thing's gonna happen tomorrow. Right after this, I'm headed to LA, and I got the biggest plays lined up than I've had. And each month, progressively, is that way. Yeah. So if I'm to the point where I'm playing this like, oh, I'm so excited, I gotta post this right away, it ain't that. And like, I got to the point where I'm just like, if I'm gonna do a video and the artist won't post it, it ain't going up. Like, if they don't want to post it on their Instagram, ain't no reason that I should. And I'll wait. It'll be 2 months, and all of a sudden, bloop, oh, look what popped up. Okay, we going up. Everyone, bro, that happened like way back when nobody was even, you know, so.
And also, you gotta sit on the content too, just because, you know, while things may be day to day right now or week to week right now, it may be a time where you're like, yo, I really didn't have nothing in the past week or so, but I do got this thing from 3 months ago.
No, without a doubt. But it really, honestly, isn't even like that, because for me, it's motivation to work. Like, if I'm over here and I'm sitting there with myself like, oh, why am I stressing off this one video? I ain't doing anything. I don't care who it is. It could be the biggest artist in the game. If I'm sweating off not having anything to post, I ain't working. And that's the mentality of somebody who's actually going to continue to progress. If you do something and you're like, oh, I'm good, I'm straight, I can just kick back, I just did that.
Right.
You ain't going to get anywhere. And it's the same way with music, artists who are dropping songs. Oh, I got a song with such and such. He's going to put me on the album. What happens when you waited 6 months for that? You thought that was your big break, and he decided to push that song off the album.
Yep.
Now you're just sitting going, oh, what? So obviously she said, you got to ride the wave. Duh, we got to rock with it. But at the same time, it comes down to, you know, being patient and
time it out right.
Realizing that I will get to a point where the person wants to show off that they did that, you know? It will turn into something where somebody does the video and they're like, yeah, this was dope. I got to throw this up. So, I mean, you know, just like with the Chance one, like Chance reached out to me initially. That's dope. He saw me doing with Dirk. This is dope. You coming to Coachella? Now I am. Let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Did it. Waited. He hit me. I'm going to throw it up. When he threw it up, it did 2 times the amount of every single post he's ever put on Instagram view-wise, like the most viral thing he's ever posted. Yeah. I realized the power of the content is often worth it alone, you know what I mean, to wait on that. Now, if I just instantly went off the rip and threw that up, I don't know if it'd have the same effect, but...
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want their support. Let's listen to it.
Lazy male, complaining about how in high school he could, but his ACL, AP Club. Then my daddy high, you just an uncle from ATL. You better take out that trash. Boy, get your big grown ass on, old ass on, broke ass drinking up all the milk but can't do no laundry, eHarmony romance song. Watch your tone, folk, talking to grown folk. Yeah, get that bass out your voice. You was sounding like Tone Low. Now watch how I move. Different chapters, decisions, missions, visit pastors. Everybody finally can say it out loud. Your favorite rapper, a Christian rapper. And I got faith in my faith and my soul and my tape and a cape and a drape from out west of the lake and it cover his face like a babe. And I hate when I wait, never come late. Tobacco back rows to bussy back rows. A black boy, black rose, back rows. Men grow just as surely as mountains peak and plateaus plateau. Y'all know what I mean. You just a grown ass kid. Who the fuck you think you is? The sun is only halfway up. You still ain't come out your crib. You just a grown ass boy. Get up out of here with all that noise. You still ain't come out your crib.
I love Chance.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a cool situation. Like, we just, it seems so natural. You know what I mean? A lot of these artists who are under the light and have that are gonna do that, you know. I'm hard to get a hold of. You probably go through it even in radio, like you're trying to, you know what I mean? And it's like, why are you know, we're here to do this. It's something that's gonna help, you know. I mean, people look at it all a different way. Like, you know, they gotta be specific about what they pick to do and this and that. I totally get all that. But at the end of the day, if you wanna do something and you're a successful artist, a lot of the people who are up top are just like, yeah, this time, they meet that time. You want to do it? Here's my phone number. Yeah. Whereas somebody who's nowhere even close to as popping, here's my manager's line. Oh,
yeah. You
got hella extra.
And I ain't a fan. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got such and such number. You know what I mean? Like, your contact book, especially, you know, doing what you're doing, you have insane contacts, like, that people could not get a hold of. But at the end of the day, if they want something to do with you, it's a contact worth having. Like, just because you have a phone number doesn't mean, like, all of a sudden you're doing something huge or, you know, anything like that. It doesn't mean that you're going to show it off to everybody. Like, it's really just work. If you want to do something, like, let's run it in. Here's, you know, here's my life. So he had made it just so effortless. And, you know, we got there. Yeah, kick back. If you guys want to come to the after party, like, you can chill. He's just chopping it up. We shot, like, 10 videos, you know, a bunch that I'm still sitting on, and just effortless, like, really acting as if it was just like 2 homies linking up to kick it type shit.
That's dope. Yeah. Is there anybody that you haven't done any work with that you know, waiting on or thinking about or, you know, looking forward to linking up with?
I try not to do so much.
He's snicking. You laughing like you know he's somebody. Say, go on and say the name
out. Throw the name out.
That boy Jared knows all the answers.
Jared know it.
I'm going to say.
Go on and say that Beyonce.
Right?
Look, yeah, you know.
Especially after them pictures, boy. You saw the cakes.
Come on now.
You saw the cakes.
Hey, you know what's funny is I feel like with this, there's so much that, especially with what I'm doing right now, there's so much that I have access to that I don't want to be on some like, oh, nah, type. I used to be like, oh, I want to da-da-da-da-da-da. But sometimes you just got to try at these things and work at them and they'll see their way through.
So you're not going to give us a name?
I'll give you a name. I'll give you something. You know what? I would love to do one. I ain't even said this to anyone with like Bad Bunny or some like.
I love Bad Bunny.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Just because I feel like people expect, like people would, if I got like 40, for example. Yeah. 40's posted me endless times.
Right.
We got his number. We got a good relationship. We've never done a video. People are like if I posted a 40 video, people would be like, Like,
we knew it was coming.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
If I post a Bad Bunny video, people are like, bruh, check out what, you know what I mean? For that exact reason. Now, actual music might be different than the video itself, but I feel like right now with where I'm at, that would be a great genre crossover. I'm not saying it's a completely different thing, because he does work with a lot of the people that I work with, but you take a look at the fan base and the following, and you kind of start opening those doors, and you're like, wow, where are all these people? Everywhere else in the world.
Right.
We have done this thing with our music that it's so relevant to us because it's here and not really allowed. I mean, I'm saying a certain area hasn't really allowed the full world of music to settle in and realize how big some of the people who might be the best look for me, I probably don't even know about because they're super popping elsewhere. Right. But it's the same thing when early starting out, I was like, I got to link with every artist. I'm in the Bay artist. I link with a big one, and I'm like, why aren't I getting, like, why isn't this having a react? Well, because you just hit their fan base 300 times. You know what I mean? Like, everybody who's fans with them is also...
Well, it's kind of the Drake way of making music in a way, which is like one of the reasons why Drake has been popping over the past, 12 years or so, is because he'll go and grab like a Skepta, you know what I mean, or somebody like that, or some cat from London, and then his sound reflects that. Right. So then that entire crowd who loves that London sound or who loves that island sound or whatever the case, they end up coming into the Drake fold. So that's kind of what, you know, with somebody like a Bad Bunny, or even with connecting with like a Gigs or one of those like London cats or somebody like that, you now are
Stefflon Don.
You're right. You're getting them and their folks to then come into the fold.
Yeah, yeah. And what's interesting is I have tons of people internationally reach out to me. I had this kid, he's like 15. I heard his voice. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. He's got the accent. He's from he's London. I think he's from Brixton. And this dude's just crazy. And I'm looking at his page like, what is his whole thing? And he had started out there, but then I guess Chris Brown saw him and like all these other people saw him. So he ended up working his way into something that I'd seen because he got cosigns and whatnot. But I started looking at him and talking to him like, who else should I link with? And he showed me all these international artists who are huge, who I never even heard of or seen. I was like, what's up with London? Like, I'm thinking Atlanta. Like, okay, I got to hit Atlanta again. That'd be a good look. What if I just smacked to London? What if I just hit South America and went on a crazy, like, that's the kind of stuff that's really going to have people shook. Like, whoa, he just did that? That's crazy. And I think that's always been, like, part of the appeal of what I do. Like, whoa, he got who? Whoa, that, you know, you see that popping up, and that's crazy. So to keep that going, and as I'm continuing to make this something that's going to turn into something that's I feel is going to be worldwide known. Hitting those artists who are touching those places, and then it's cool how the doors are kind of open and people will reach out, and I'm like, who is this? I don't know, but I'm looking at the fan base. It looks like a good look, you know. Like all that stuff is possible. But doing all these artists who are big in America and all that. That opens doors too. You know what I mean? Like people who, you know, Chance, obviously, I got people from Italy. I rap all in Italian. And I was like, oh, I've never heard of you. That'd be a great look. I do, you know, all these people from other places are reaching out that I haven't heard of. So it does allow you to access those places. But how I look at it is the next best look for me is whatever accesses those areas that I haven't really tapped yet. You know what I mean?
So LMA, Big Shaq, you heard that. Come holler at this guy.
There it is. Producer Max wants to ask a question.
Now, you've worked with a lot of the artists that have been named on the XXL Freshman Class this year.
Okay, yeah.
Do you, are there any that you think were left off?
Oh, yeah. Definitely, without a doubt. But, you know, XXL is one of those things that got a little within the artist community. It turned into something where, okay, I don't want to do that. I'm too big. I think the first time I had heard of that was Young M.A., I believe, or early on had been like, nah, I'm already her. Like, you know, that ain't where I want to be. So a lot of these artists, it's everyone's mad at XXL. Why didn't you da 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 da? A lot of these artists said, no, thank you. So of course, everyone looks at that list and they're like, immediately got questions. Why didn't? I mean, I would like to see more of the streets in there. I would have liked to see
Grizzly,
Gunna, Grizzly, Baby, more female presence.
Yeah, there's only one. Only Stefflon Don's the only one.
And I'm the first person to check her out and see what she's got going. I was.
She's dope.
You can hate on it, you can shun it, whatever. XXL is gonna be that powerful source that can. I think really launch an artist who's maybe not all the way known there and into that point and be that. But yeah, I think there's a lot of artists that should have been that didn't get it, and then there's artists who maybe said they didn't want to be, but I think they're doing their thing. You know, I think to have an entire nation full of people pressing you for these 10 names, there's a little bit of pressure under that. Yeah. And
they did a nice spotlight actually for you. Now that I'm remembering, how like all the rappers are going viral with the ukulele player.
Yeah, that was cool. XXL reached out to do an interview, and instead of like Chance does something with a guitar, it was like Einer Bankz, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, actually highlighting that. So, yeah, you know. The freshman list is always going to be something that causes all
a whole bunch of attention.
Big debate. We were running through the old ones this morning and just running through names and seeing like, okay, at this year, at this time, why wasn't this name there? Or who is that person now?
Yes. Right. And I think the thing you always got to think about is they're saying freshman,
right?
Which is right started. And everyone's like, why wasn't... Now, I'm shocked that Pump is there because I view Pump as, you know...
Not new.
Yeah, like if you, I mean, he is new, but in terms of growth, like, come on, let's take a look at what he's done in the short time he's. But you could say whatever about everything else. I'm talking about fan base and awareness of this dude. Like, I'm looking at him in the middle. I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's probably what it is too, though. Like, because they have already developed something, so they want to put somebody brand spanking new that nobody really even knows about at all.
I like that they do the newer artists. I saw Jid on there. I think he's a really dope artist. He's under
out of Atlanta, right?
Nah, Jid's actually, is he out of Atlanta?
I think that's what the list said because they had their they had their hometowns next to the name.
Okay, you know he might be out of Atlanta. I don't know. I haven't done anything with him yet, but we've been chopping it up. I thought he was out of LA. He's always been on tour. Like every time I'm hitting him, he's we're supposed to link a couple times, but I had just seen what he was doing and it's refreshing. You know, he's got a new style that's kind of not really put to that level a lot. I feel like a lot of the lyrical artists right now aren't brought up to where they can be on a spotlight like that. So
go on and say that Young Gully. It's good.
For real. Where are we leveling up from this? What are we gonna do? We put out an album. You're gonna be an A&R producer. What are we doing?
So from the jump, I had started off doing videos and all that, and everyone, let's work. Work early on meant you want to do a 15-second video in a garage in Vallejo, and I'm not getting anything of it.
Right.
Now, that's work to a certain extent, but as soon as I had, kind of done what I needed to do within the Bay Area, I was like, okay, I need to drop something. Like, I need to show these people that it ain't just these videos. So the whole time, you can pass them down. I got one for all y'all.
Okay, cool.
So I don't really press my music like that.
Peep.
You dig?
Peep.
Ook Nukem.
Read the features off there. So that's the first thing I dropped.
Einer in the building.
You dig?
Yeah.
Nukem. So you could get that everywhere digitally. Shout out Empire for distributing it. I got hard copies. So I dropped that, but that was really my very first project where I was just like, I need to put something out because I'm so tired of people not recognizing this for being something outside of what you see that's, immediately there. So on that, I'm playing strings on everything. I'm singing, and then I think that has like 54 features. You're gonna see names.
You got a lot. Lil Yee. I mean, you got everybody on this thing. Beta Weeda, Fabby, a lot of names, brother. I see what you're doing.
I'm weak off your cover art on the back too.
Like
in the throne.
Oh, my nephew's
holding the
group is on
ukulele
here.
with a chick wrapped around his leg.
Who's your nephew's group?
Lay him down.
Oh, yep. So yeah, I was early on, like pretty much everybody I was working with, I'm like, I'm gonna drop this.
Yeah.
So now the next thing that's coming out of me, and I want to really have a foundation before I drop another project, because I feel like, you having me here and not even knowing about that, that's on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not about to be one of those dudes posting my album art over and over and over and over and over again, because I get scrolled through. Like, even people who do music are just going to scroll through it.
Right.
Like, even if you like the person, okay, I've seen this like 6 times. If you're going to listen to it, you're going to listen to it. The reason you're going to listen to it is because you become a fan of what I do and you want to look into it.
Right.
Now, I have a very unique way of reaching people.
Yeah.
And up until the point where I feel like, okay, I was just on this hit that they recognize. I don't want to drop anything that's substantial. Like, that's got 18, 19 tracks on it.
Yeah.
So right now, everywhere I go, I'm linking with artists.
Yeah.
I'm linking with producers. I'm linking with different people. I'm putting people from every place that I'm going to on my next one. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to drop it. Maybe I'm going to give it to you in little 5s, maybe 10s. But, when I'm ready for it and when I feel like everyone's ready to digest something like that, that's when the next one's coming. But a lot more work, a lot more networking, finding different artists.
Branching out,
hoping to bring a lot more people to the light. A lot of people who have that talent who don't really have the look on them.
they don't know how to do it.
Right now I'm all about building up me, because everyone's like, bro, you're there, break some artists. And I'm like, your vision is so small compared, like, I'm not even close to there. Like, I feel like I just started.
Yeah.
Because if I'm actually going to do a video with somebody, I want people to be like, who is he? I need to look at him immediately.
Like the cats with the machete. I was like, who the fuck is I'm like, why
you might say, who are those cats? But check it out. Hey, there's this whole group who people might call the SoundCloud people. I call them like the underworld, where you do something and all of a sudden you get more views on it than any industry artist ever, but you had never heard of that person in the first place. The people who are coming out, there is a whole new wave coming out that is so powerful that doesn't have that light, and that's a prime example.
Yeah.
And these guys don't need anything like that because they already have this insane underground following. But there's a lot of artists out there who are really just like, where did these fans come from? Who is this guy? Why have I never heard of him? They're the people that you see people getting the most mad about on social media. And it's like, why are y'all talking so much about it? Look at that. Oh, you mentioned him again. Now it's going up. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. So you're the guy that nobody knows that everybody knows.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's a big part of, shedding light, because a lot of the time I'm trying to keep my platform super just based to artists who are really making noise, especially right now, to the point where when I do have that person who I truly believe in, people really look into it. People really want to see that. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
So, Einer, you gonna play something for us today, bro?
Are you gonna spit over it, Biz? Since you asked.
Oh, I got some gas.
Okay, let's go.
Do you have some gas?
All I'm gonna talk about is Hennessy and buns, but I mean, we can make it happen.
I got nothing for him, so that's all you.
Einer, where you from again?
San Francisco originally.
From the city.
Nice.
Okay.
Repping the Bay.
All right.
Here we go, Biz.
All right. 106 KMEL. In here with the city situation boy, Einer Bankz. On his thing. Ukulele, make it bang. He got rappers all the way from the Bay to LA, all the way to the ATL. On his thing. I see what you're doing. You be making it grooving. And we was all in the parade yesterday like, hey. Getting drunk on the Warriors. Understand it, baby. It's victorious. Out here in the Bay, cause we run it. Einer Bankz doing his thing. Going and show him how to gun it. Young Einer Bankz.
I ain't got shit.
She goes.
I ain't got shit.
Shout out to G-Biz for the freestyle, though.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
I'm gonna do it. I got it.
Right.
Do it.
Nah,
He
look.
did it.
I just want you to do one thing for me. Make a video for my boy Miller. Have you heard about the Shmeez?
Oh, Miller, yeah.
You
I
know
Miller.
about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Shmeez.
yeah.
I need to see a Shmeez on the U.
You need to see. Oh, a Shmeez, isn't that a dance?
Yeah, it's a dance. I'm talking about it's a song, though. Have you heard the song?
No, ain't nobody want to see me dancing.
No, not the dance. I'm talking about, have you heard the song?
Play
He got
that.
a song. He got a song.
I think I have, too.
Hold on. I know I got it.
40 been posting it?
It's been everywhere. It's been going up. I'm going to send it to you on
Well, I
IG.
appreciate you
Check it
sliding
out.
through, baby.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, I think it's dope
hometown
what you're
love.
doing, and shoot, social media and the web has launched folks like you to do just original things and
Come
start a
on
whole
now.
new trend. So that's a beautiful thing for you.
Can't stop, got to keep going. But yeah, it's great to get love from the Bay and
Yeah.
to, come back and feel like, oh yeah, I could do stuff here. Like, for the longest time, I was like, man, like, I love the Bay Area, but I got to get out. I'm like, oh, we got opportunity right now. Hold up. Let's go, KMEL. So
I mean,
really appreciate
the
you
phone
having
works
me.
both ways.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry that it took us this long. We definitely shouldn't be overlooking our own because we get overlooked enough as it is. So it's like
I
crazy.
tell you what, I'm kind of past that door. You get to a point where you knocked on so many doors and you're like, how many people are slamming on this door every day of the week?
All
I
day.
realize the biggest things that have happened to people reach out to me. So I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I don't know. I network like crazy. I'm reaching out all the time. But when it comes to like radio, hey, put me on the radio. You know what I mean? It's just like something about that just makes me feel like it's just like the same people messaging me. Hey, bruh,
Let me
I'm
get
next.
on.
Pull up on me in South Carolina. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your under DMs are pretty nuts on Instagram. You probably don't even go over to the under DMs.
The requests.
I read everything.
Do you?
I read everything.
Shit.
I seen it. I see everything. But I tell you what, I respond to probably 0.5% of it.
Well, you're in there, Max.
Because I tell you what, you tell somebody no, all of a sudden you're the enemy.
Oh, for sure.
Who is this Hollywood dude telling me?
For sure.
You just read it. And I'll tell you what, if I get a DM and I see a SoundCloud link
Oh, hell no.
in the bio and they're like, bro, I love what you do, it's a setup.
Every time.
The second you're like, I really appreciate the support, they're like, yeah, so when you pulling up on me today?
Einer, you are preaching to the choir right now,
So,
my G.
real.
Sometimes you just gotta wait for the blessings to come your way and know that it's a little bit harder. You gotta work till you get there, but
True.
It makes me feel good to know that I'm there with y'all and that y'all show love.
I didn't even
like
know
that,
you were
so.
from the Bay. Otherwise, we would have done this a long time
You
ago.
know what? That's what so many people say. They're like, bro, like, you actually stay in the Bay? I'm like,
I told you I first linked with you, bro, and we was in the sticks. So
Yeah,
I know,
right.
if you up there, if you touch an arcade or anything like that, bro, you for sure, you Bay bound. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's right.
That's what's up. Well, tell them where to link with you, bro, and how to check you out.
Oh, yeah. Check me out. EINERBANKZ. All social media. Einer Bankz. That's how you say it. Einer. Like Niner, switch the N to an E. I just figured that out the other
what you
day.
did there.
You're a Niner
Everyone's
fan?
like, Ernie? Yeah, babe, come on,
Oh,
babe.
in the back. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he said yes.
Yes, sir.
That we woke him up back there.
Yeah.
He ain't been that happy since we
all
talked
social
about
media,
Beyonce.
YouTube, Einer Bankz, Instagram, Einer Bankz. Yeah, EINERBANKZ.
Well, keep it moving, baby, and I appreciate you
yeah.
making the time to slide through for
Much
real.
love, always. We could do it again anytime.
Absolutely. I'm gonna have to pop this in the car when I get in.
Let's go. I know I hit my guy. I was like, hey, could you edit that a little bit? The swear words and shit. We got radio situations working right now. He's like, yeah. So
I got you.
I emailed him to him. I was like, this is the radio. Hold on, I got an album. We could. So I sent you a couple, but if there's anything you like, if not, we'll get there. We'll get one circulating. But
It's good.
yeah.
It's a good,
love.
yeah. It's a good movement you got going. But all right, so everybody, I appreciate you tuning in to Sonicast. Make sure you go ahead and if you like this and everything that we do, get that free iHeartRadio app and subscribe to Sonicast, SANACAST, or on the iTunes store or on the podcast button on your phone, and listen to the Sonic G Morning Show every day of the week, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. right here on KMEL.
Do that.
We'll holla.
You dig.